Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Feels like it's been a while since I've done a budget closeout with me, so that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be closing out paycheck number 1 for the month of October, and I'm also going to be setting up my budget for paycheck number 2. So I have all the essentials here with me, my budget app, my cashless expense trackers, calculator of course. I don't know if you've seen my past couple of videos, but I have mentioned that I'm using the printable budget by paycheck workbook for the month of October, and then I will be starting on the new budget by paycheck workbook in November, which I'm excited for. Since I have the monthly out here with me, I'm going to check off a couple of things that I set a reminder for. We did register for our virtual Skechers walk. It's a fundraiser for my son's school. And I did go ahead and cancel Homer. It's one of those educational online learning things that just didn't work out for us. So it was a free trial, so I thought I'd give it a go. And then I still have left to call Wells Fargo about our refund. And then I didn't get to fund our sinking funds with paycheck number 1, but that's okay. We still have paycheck number 2, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's get on to our paycheck bill tracker. It always looks a little messy. So what we have going on up here, I did write down all the actual numbers because by the time I actually sat down and wrote out the budgets, it was already after my husband got paid. But as you guys know, if you've been following me, all my budgets are already on my budget app here. So what I do is just put in the actual numbers here. So what looks a bit messy here is that we did put in money from our sinking fund. I took it from our clothing sinking fund, but we didn't use it for clothes. We decided to use it for things we needed in the kitchen and living room to organize it a little bit. So that's what we used the money for. And then we had a couple extra income. We did get money from my friend. We picked up food for her son's event. She didn't want to take the change. Like, she paid us back, but she wouldn't take the change from us. So that was an extra 23 bucks. And then my sister-in-law gave us $15 to order her a screen protector. She doesn't have Amazon Prime, so she asked us to get it for her. So that's where that $15 is. I always like to try to make sure those are all accountable or accounted for. I never used to close out my budget like this, and I like knowing exactly what that amount was for, even though it might seem small. Those small kind of expenses to me kind of add up. So yeah, that's what's going on, the little hot mess that's up here. All of our bills, everything pretty much went according to plan. So I'm just going to go ahead and add these all up. No surprises, no bills out of the blue or anything like that. I was off by just 68 cents, and total left over with our new income amount is $2,944.94. So now I'm going to go ahead and just total up our variable spending, which can be done on here. Not gonna lie, in September I barely tracked our expenses on here, but I really wanted to get back on track with that because we went over budget a lot, and I think it had to do with me not tracking our spending. So let me go ahead and add all of these up. Okay, so now that all of our variable spending is all added up, we did end up spending still less than what I had originally budgeted overall. I did add that $15 that my sister-in-law gave us because we did use our miscellaneous budget category to order her cell phone case. So that's why I just put a little plus $15 on there just so I know. And then leftover amount, I have $2,256 left over. And I'm going to go ahead and just carry that over here to our sinking funds, which we were supposed to take out $600 total. We just haven't made it to the bank. So that's going to be just zero here, and then a leftover amount of $2,200 pretty much on here. We didn't pay off any extra debt. And then I'm just going to write down our leftover amount here as well. We did put $1,600 into our emergency fund, and we are left over $656.10. And when I checked my checking account, so when I look at my expense tracker, this is how much we had left over in our checking account, and this one was actually correct. And then for our cash, we had $103 left over. So if I were to add those two up all together, it should equal $656.10, but my actual, I'm going to write it on here, I'm just going to put actual amount, $655.70, so we are off by 40 cents. So I'm okay with that. I'm not going to try to look at all my expense tracker and see where I was off, so I'm just going to write down our actual amount right here, just so I know that that's exactly what we're left with. And what I'm going to do with this total, I'm going to go ahead and put that down as our leftover amount when I do my next paycheck, or when I do my next paycheck bill, or when I do my next paycheck budget. What am I saying? So I'm going to use that amount, and we're going to go ahead and create our second paycheck budget. So this one's for our paycheck on October 16th, which today is October 16th. So I'm going to be just writing down all the actual numbers on here. So I'm going to put down my husband's paycheck, leftover amount, and usually I put whether it's cash or checking. So on here on my Fudget app, not sure if you guys can see, but I do have my husband's total paycheck amount on there, our leftover amount as well. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in these numbers here onto paper. So these are all the bills for this paycheck period, total of $947. So we are left over with $2,422.64, which I am going to be carrying over here. This is where my variable budget is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this section out here. So my leftover amount now, after adding up all of our variable spending, is $1,828. Wouldn't it be nice to spend that all? But we are not going to be spending it all. That money is all going towards savings for sure for our sinking fund. Since we didn't get to do it the last paycheck budget, we are going to be making sure that we get that money out and put it into our envelopes. Right now they are in cash envelopes, but I think for some of the ones that are kind of on the bigger amounts, I'm thinking that I might just open up another savings account. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm still kind of thinking about it. So total for sure I know is going to be $600. And I think I had it in the last budget how much it was supposed to be. So in the October 2nd budget, yeah, so Hawaii, it's not till next year. And then Christmas, car maintenance, and then fun and events. So that should total $600. Yeah. Okay, so my battery is running out. So hopefully I can finish this on time before it dies, before my camera dies. Okay, so leftover amount is $1,220.64. We're not going to put anything into our leftover, or we're not going to put anything extra towards that. We are going to be putting this into our emergency fund. So my goal with the emergency fund was that by December we will have at least $5,000, and I'm pretty sure we will exceed that amount. I think I'm just going to grow it. My husband and I have not decided on whether we're just going to keep saving or if we're going to put some of that money towards debt. So all that's left to do is just highlight all of these categories, and then I need to also erase all of this and then plug in the amounts that I have for my new budget. That is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.